Hello everyone, welcome back to MoteMancer. What did we do yesterday? We got a bunch, I don't remember, yesterday was the day we got Reef Crafter, right? And like a number of these things? I don't know exactly how much. I spent some time in between episodes wandering around deciding what I should do next. What of the factory calls for, well, it's not a factory, it's a plant, haha, calls for my attention. There's a number of things I want to do. I think that's one thing I want to do, is start every episode with at least one thing that I think is a good thing to do. So, one thing we could do is try to get Earth involved in the research area down there. In order to ever leave the life plane, we need corallite and bismuth, and it would be easy to make earth crystals in the same way that I made life and water crystals, or not crystals, prisms. And then that would give me access to bismuth. And actually making the corallite and bismuth that you get from these is not terribly complicated, right? Where are they? Here. Corallite. It's just elemental water and elemental life. Jam them together, you get corallite. Build enough of that stuff and enough bismuth, you can leave the universe and go to the plane of water or the plane of Earth, either a plane adjacent to life. So that's one thing I could do. I don't think that's what I want to do. Another thing is there's more research to be done in water and life that would improve, things for me. The thing is though, I already have like mana leaf. What's stopping me isn't that I haven't researched it. It's that I don't have like the materials and space to build a lot of mana leaves, which I would need to start doing this stuff. Mana regen, none of this is urgent. Mana canopy does seem important. It seems like mana leaves are pretty weak unless you have mana canopies. So I would need to make a large number of mana leaves, 200, 500 mana leaves to start getting access to canopies. And since a mana leaf is like a whole bunch of inputs, which I don't have at the moment. Where are mana leaves? Here? Yeah, so it's like 5 mana roots. I have leaves already in the research area, but I don't have mana roots. So if I had a bunch of those, I could start churning out mana leaves, use those to research, and then if I had an automated way to making mana leaves already for the research, then I'd have a bunch of them I could put down and start getting solar power. And I was also thinking, well, what about some of this water stuff over here? One thing is, while I was wandering around deciding what to do, we did unlock Mana Pool, so I'm just going to click on that now. I could have clicked on it off camera, and it probably would have finished like some of this stuff earlier, but I figure we're not in a rush to get any of this, and I wanted the unlock to be on camera. So remind me what it takes to make a Mana Pool again? Some stuff. Elemental water and pedestals. Fine. So automating these would not be so easy. One thing that was bugging me is that first thing, easy change. I just ripped all the power out of this area. This was the first research station / mini mall in that all it really built was slabs that I built, and I was never coming up here to do anything. It was just slowly throwing motes of life into a grinder. And I did the same up here, my first water mining outpost. This one I'm leaving in because it's what's actually providing the leaves to power everything I've ever done. So I ripped that out. But what was kind of bugging me is that this little mall I built here is fine. It's a totally decent mall. Maybe it doesn't make some things as fast as I would like Streamway Undergrounds or something, but you don't use that many of those, so it's fine. It got a little bit messy because I was also using it to do research, but the mall part of it I think is fine. The problem is, though, that the inputs to my later research area that I built down here, several of the inputs I just took from the mall, which was expedient, but we saw when it was running at full tilt, researching a bunch of things, that I don't have nearly enough inputs. And if I wanted to build a bunch of mana roots, and or a bunch of streamways to research this stuff, well, to let me build the mana leaves to research this stuff, I would need a whole bunch more inputs of, you know, salt, ether, / salt prisms, some subset of those things. And I realized that actually all I really want more of in this area is just slabs, right? Mana roots are just like the stuff I'm already building plus slabs here, right? I already have tons of elemental life lying around right next to the research altar. Infusion altar, I think. If I just had more slabs, I could do more stuff there. And the same thing is true of all this stuff. This whole branch of the water tree is, at least up to here, or here? No, here, is just the stuff I already have, plus streamways, which are just slabs. So I had some thoughts for a while of like, well, what if I just upgraded some of these slabs that are running this mall into streamways? Then I could plow a whole bunch of salt and ether through, and you know, I'd have plenty down here that I wouldn't run dry, and that's fine, maybe. But all I really need to make more progress is just slabs. And I can build those outside and pipe them in here. I can build a high throughput slab factory, which I haven't done before, right? I have the original research area made slabs at 1 tinker's table, right? The my inventory's full. I hate this game. Motes. I'm just like, I don't want these motes. Give me grenades to blow these things up. I don't want to harvest them. I haven't. Right, the research thing, you know, used 1 tinker's table. The new mall that I built, that eventually supplied some of the inputs to my research area that we worked on yesterday, just uses 1 tinker's table for slabs. But if I want to build a ton of mana roots and a ton of streamways to do research on, it would be nice to make a ton of slabs, right? And not just do research on. I want mana leaves to get power for all the stuff I want to do in the future, right? I forget what it costs to make a mana pool. I looked already. Yeah, water and pedestals. So whatever. I have to automate these eventually to get access to like these upgrades here. No. These upgrades here. But they don't seem urgent. I don't really care about that. But streamways and mana roots get me things I actually want. So I can just build. There was some water around here somewhere, wasn't there? Yeah. Okay. One kind of annoying thing, though, is that I don't have efficient ways to make ether. I noticed that I can make salt efficiently in 2 different ways. Either use earth collectors on earth and then grindstones, or use normal collectors on water and then brinaries, both of which would kind of double efficiency. Ether, I don't have that. As far as I know, the only way I can make ether is by mining this with collectors. With my current research, mining it with collectors. Right? If I did this, verdant collectors, I could get the life version of improved collection. And so mana roots would help with that as well. So maybe once I'm done building slabs, I guess these will be some things I will research. Yeah. So I guess I'm just putting down some collectors here. And I'll just run power directly here rather than like try to route leaves here and then start a new power plant. This is fine, I think. Collectors. So, okay, ratios. Not actually all that important, but it sure would be nice if I could, like, I don't think there's any realistic way I can fill a streamway with slabs, can I? What does it take to build a slab? 2 salt and 1 ether. Okay, well, I guess it's nice that salt is what I'm better at producing then. And that makes 2 of them. So, to fill a streamway, which seems insane, I don't think I should do. Yeah, let's just not do that. But if I did, it would take 32 Tinker's tables, I think? Yeah. That seems excessive, given how minuscule all my other production is. But I can build an equal number of collectors for slabs and water, for life and water, and everything like should balance out because I'm better at making salt than I am at making ether. And as I was, a friend of mine regularly comments on my videos, usually to tease me in ways that would be rude if he weren't a friend of mine. And so I leave comments that are, I don't know. I would be a little bit more annoyed if it were someone else. Anyway. He made fun of my obsession with ratios in the first video. And here, they don't really matter either, but... let's just, isn't this enough? This is what? 4 grindstones worth of ether. Which... is a half of a slab of slabs. I think it would be reasonable to try to build a slab of slabs, even though I don't see myself actually producing enough. Well, okay. How many mana roots am I going to be making? Or gonna, need, right? Because my leaf production is not insanely high, but I remember greenhouses are just so fast. Yeah, so I'm bottlenecked by something else, by the amount of elemental life I have, I think. Which is 2 per second. Which means I'm making 5 mana roots per second? No. 2 elemental life every 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds I'm making 5 roots. No, I'm not making roots, I'm making leaves. Right. So every 1 second I'm making 2 leaves, I think. Because I do actually have... No, I don't even have enough input to satisfy this. So I'm making fewer than 2 leaves per second. Which would mean... I could only make 1 mana leaf every 4 seconds? Less, really. But so I only need 1 mana root per second, roughly, right? Which means 3 slabs per second? And I assume streamways are similar? Yeah, the water is going to be the bottleneck by far. So I only need 4 slabs per second. That's a quarter of a belt. So even just this, a quarter of a slab, excuse me, is enough production to swamp the amount of elemental stuff I have going on over here. I still feel like there should be some better way to lay this out. Not too long from now, I might get more range on these guys, and I'll have to invent a new thing. But for now, it just seems like, I mean, it's hard to be mad about using one mana root, mana bloom, to power everything. Except it apparently isn't powered. I thought oh, there we go. So this is all then going into grindstones. This is exclusively for ether purposes, which are no longer in my hotbar for whatever reason. Also no longer in my possession, it looks like. Okay, back to the mall. I need a lot more grindstones than this. That's you, right? Gimme. Probably I need more grippers if I had to guess. You always need more grippers. I have 44. Okay. Let's get some reaching grippers, though. I'm a little low on those, I think. Here? No, that's granite. Here? Yes. I have a handful of slabs. I don't have any streamways? I thought I had taken to carrying those as a matter of course. Apparently not. I have so much useless garbage all the time, man. I don't want these prisms. What am I going to do with a life prism, right? I don't know. Take, like, 3 stacks of streamways. Sure. Do I even have Tinker's tables automated in here? Here, right? These are collectors. I don't think I automated Tinker tables, because you just don't use that many of them, I guess. Okay. Let's build a handful. Give me these. Sure, I'll take some collectors. I don't know how many I have, but you could always use more. I know there's some unused water here, but I'm not really set up to do anything with it. Okay, let's get grindstones back here on my bar. And that's more than I need. That's twice as many as I need. But it's almost free to just have twice as much, right? Let's just have twice as many here. And if I ever, yeah, this will get doubled at some point. Let's make sure the space is reserved, shall we? Oh, but again, I should remember, I learned layouts involving mana roots interspersed are just easier, right? Mana blooms, these guys. So like that, right? This is what I want to copy. This is already creeping into this area. Space, man, space. I think this is enough. Like, it's not quite getting in the way of where the straight lines would go if I were to extend all that stuff. So I think it's fine. This all looks nice and regular. So there goes all my new ether. Yeah, see, okay, right. I guess, so I said this is not going to get in the way of this, but, I mean, it is. If I have to start grinding it into salt next. This is all upside down. I should have built on the bottom half of this. Where's the water we're using? It's over here, right? Yeah, that looks like water. Yeah, don't build so close to other stuff. Okay, forget it. We're undoing all of this. Oh, unplugging it at least meant it stopped making more junk to put in my pockets. That's nice. Although I just don't look forward to picking up these belts, these slabs. I should just have these belts going west. These slabs going west. Because then there's water out there, right? And then I can just have a little slab factory over there and just pipe the slabs by themselves over the east. They won't take much space. Yeah, I know. Oops. Yeah, run it this way. Water's down here. Okay. I don't even need that space. I think I want space down here, don't I? Well, copy paste sure would be nice, or is my inventory full? Okay, oh my god. Okay, are we happy? For now. It doesn't even have to copy paste objects, but like, I don't know. Copying ghosts the way Factorio's stuff lets you do early is nice to plan things out. Okay, so fine. Let's put back this this whole grindstone idea. And I can put some... I don't want to be that close, do I? No, because someday this is all gonna... I'm gonna want to mine the bottom half of this as well. And merge it up into here, so... Let's say build like this. Okay, put down a collector first, or a grindstone first. And then figure out how to place the blooms near it. This should be fine. And actually, what I was about to say is that there's a thing in Factorio that happens early when I'm placing power poles where, like, for smelter arrays, right? Where, like, one small wooden power pole can only power smelters directly to the left and right of it. Like a single one, is my recollection. Maybe, and so I end up building like smelter, power pole, smelter, power pole. A lot like I'm doing here with these guys. And there's this kind of edge problem where, like, at the edge of that whole array, the power pole, like, you end up having one. If you have a power pole first, then there's like it's not powering anything to the right of it. And if you have a smelter first, the whole thing looks kind of irregular. It's one smelter, and then a power pole, then two, then a power pole, then two, then a power pole, and so on. And those are both sort of unaesthetic, right? Here, it almost seems like I don't have that problem, right? Because this Mana Bloom can actually power one that's 2 away, but it doesn't have roots for the one that's too far away, right? Do I need this to be rooted? I'm not really sure. I guess it would be nice, right? To have, because I'm going to be running in the power, and I want to run it to here instead of, like, to here? I guess? So maybe I do still have that whole problem. I don't know. I think actually I erased exactly the wrong things. I think I'm just going to do it like this. And I said I need, for what I have now, it's just 4 grindstones, right? But plenty of space to add more once I have more stuff. Put this backward, there you go. It's really just 4 grindstones to do this, okay. And you guys are outputting as well, of course. And this isn't even close to needing a streamway, but I can upgrade it later if I actually do have that much material. This is making ether. So for brinaries, I mean, to match this level of output, I should only need 2, right? No. Wrong. Because slabs cost more salt than they do ether. So I actually need 4 brinaries to match the 4 grindstones eventually. And also 8 collectors. Oh my god, I'm gonna get more motes in my inventory. I wish they stood out a little more. The mote fields look really pretty at night, but like seeing the little doodads on top of the mote fields, it's hard to tell if I've gotten everything. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that looks right. And we're brining all of this up. Oh, I don't actually know how many what the brinery build speed is, do I? Oh, I should. No, this lies. This lies to me. This tells me the grindstone build speed. I don't know the build speed at a brinery. Okay, well, let's find out. Those are seismic flares. That was an upgrade to like point out where other portals to other planes are. Okay, hang on. 1 alligator. Yeah, about a second. Okay. So this... We're getting 2 items per second, which means, yeah. No? 2 brinaries? No. need one binary to do this? It's not only more efficient at producing stuff, it's faster? Because one binary makes 6 per second, right? It seems. I'm only making 2. Ether per second? Yeah, okay. Well, binaries are both efficient and fast. I hadn't realized. Okay. So I think this is it. But let's set it up in a tileable way for the future, in case this mining outpost gets expanded someday. It needs to be fed 3 items per second to keep up that speed, right? Yeah. Which I can't do with these crummy little... I would need so many little grippers. The reaching grippers... Oops, I think I said to build one there. So I could have 3 of these going, I guess? Not so easy to do. I mean, I could. By just having this thing do a little jog. It's just a little weird, you know? I guess that's the way it's gotta be. I've done this before. Doesn't look the prettiest. Oh, and this outputs 6 per second. Which means I need 6 earth grippers to empty it in time? Is that crazy? Am I hallucinating? That's plausible, I guess. Like that? Pretty funny. Okay. How do I get power to all this? So we're gonna have one here to power all this stuff, of course. I definitely want you... Yeah, this looks good, because now... Just that... This mana bloom covers these 2 grippers and everything in the south. These 4 are not covered, but this building is rooted, so a mana root here covers all 4 grippers. Now, I guess I wouldn't need that if I were going to extend this to another bloom, so let's just do this. Let's just... Oh, well, but I wouldn't, would I? I would put another one of these in. Like so. And then a mana bloom on this side. And if I do that, these actually aren't satisfied. So putting one of these in here actually makes sense. Yeah, this looks unhinged. But I think it works. And we don't have to worry about merging, or like about accidentally sideloading and overloading one side of the slab, because unlike streamways and unlike belts in Factorio, slabs only have one lane. So this merge shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's... I want to test that this all works, but I don't necessarily want to like run all the power down here yet. So I can biorhythm and this all goes. I'm not entirely clear on why these two have power. This man, like, right? Are they in my range? I guess they were. Okay, so... yeah, this was not a very good test. I have no idea whether all of this is actually necessary. But, okay, I don't know. Maybe it was fine. It looks good. Ship it. So, I need to merge these. Okay, if I'm building slabs, I need to turn half of the salt and all of the ether. No. Yeah. Right. All of the ether into crystals. Prisms. So, if I have these guys making ether, 4 of them, well, each one takes 2 seconds to make an ether. And then each one also takes 2 seconds to make a salt prism. So I just need the same number of grindstones for ether as I have for salt crystals. Salt prisms. So I think I can just do that down here, right? Set up another grindstone array mirroring this one. Well, I guess if all of this is only ever going to be ether, I shouldn't even have... And there's a 1-to-1 ratio of grindstones for ether into grindstone... Oh, wait, don't remove that. Into grindstones for crystals. Should I just direct insert this into... a grindstone that makes crystal prisms? I'll still have to route the salt up here. What would that look like? So that part's easy. But I'm going to need power. I'm going to need grippers inserting the salt and other grippers extracting the prisms. And I have to power all of that. I mean, I could avoid needing any more mana blooms by doing this, but it seems a little tacky, doesn't it? If I had salt coming in like this, and crystals, prisms, coming out like this? I think I can send them out the same direction. But no, now there's not enough space I don't have space for extraction grippers, right? Yeah, this doesn't work. I need more space than this. I can't have the belt just right up against it. The input belt. Whereas if I have salt input come in like this, have I never put earth grippers on my hotbar? I guess I haven't. Here, they seem pretty important. Then the extraction is very simple, right? I just do that. And none of this stuff it's not all powered by these mana blooms, but it's really easy to add power. I just do that, right? And it turns out maybe if I had had these blooms a little bit further southwest, like I could have done everything with just one instead of two, but these aren't expensive. Could I do it? I just like, as a matter of aesthetics. This doesn't quite work because now there's no rooted place to get power from on the right. I want this to... I want all the production buildings to be rooted just as like a general nice principle. Yeah. So now... I'm out of slabs. Good thing I'm building a slab factory, huh? Yeah, I can't build very many. I have so much garbage. All the time. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Okay. Just load me up, please. Anything else while we're here? Hard to say. I don't automate streamway deltas. I probably should. But let's just build 15 of them, I guess. I don't know. That seems fine. I think we're good on everything else. Mana blooms? Mana blooms around here somewhere? No, this was all just like salt level stuff. No, I did build mana balloons. Here we go. Yeah, give me another stack of those. Okay, so these actually should probably go left now that I look at it, so that when I do, well, I want to join this production array on the left side. Oh, this is not actually it isn't as scalable as I would like to imagine it is. Guess what's full? It's my inventory. I don't ever need a salt sanctuary. I don't build lights. I built too many infusion altars at some point. Get this salt out of here. I don't need leaves. And I have like one of... Okay, I don't want a vault. They're expensive, but whatever. I'm not really working on advanced earth stuff right now. So the problem is I imagine scaling this to the left. So if I ever am... No, this is wrong. If I ever do extend it, this should be joining up from the right side of that belt. Because this production area is extending to the left if it ever does. Oops. There we go. And then, of course, all this needs to go the other direction. This I do want to go to the right, because I want to send the output over this way, I think. I think this is ready to take power. And so is this. There we go. Let's turn this on. How many? Oh, slabs are only 4 items per second. I thought they were 16. I had gotten them confused with... I don't know, the number of grinder or number of collectors you need on a slab or something? So actually 1 brinery is too much for a slab. That's exciting. Alright, well, I have a bunch of streamways. Now seems like the time. Oh good, all this salt in my inventory. Just what I always love, and I'm telling you guys I want more of. So we're now making more than a slab's worth of salt. But that's okay, even though I'm only planning to ship in a slab worth of slabs. A slab worth of slabs is only 4 slabs per second. I thought it was more. Okay. So maybe when earlier I said it would be crazy to make a slab worth of slabs, that was actually totally reasonable. But half of the salt is going to be turned into these... Are these pointing the wrong way? They are. That's what's happening. Half the salt is going to be turned into salt crystals. And then what remains... Oh. What remains will be merged with those salt prisms into slabs. So we're overfilling a single slab with salt, but we're spending half of it, and then after that we can just have slabs again. I do need a delta for this though. I guess I'll figure that out in a minute. So let's head down so there's room for more mining up here if I ever have that issue. And it's Tinker's tables, right? To build slabs? Yeah. And if I'm making... two ether per second, is that right? Because each of these is 1 every 4, and I have 8 of them? Yeah. So I need 2 Tinker's tables to process all of that. That's not a problem. Oops. I guess it would be nice to do this with streamways. Yeah, deltas. Building this right up against the roots turned out to be a little bit inconvenient. I guess I can just do a little jog over here. Underground streamways are here. There. Gonna need a lot of grippers to extract all this stuff, right? I actually am shipping back an entire slab of just slabs, aren't I? Now that I think about it. There's 2 Tinker's tables, each making 2 slabs a second, and that's a total of 4, and that's a whole slab. So, maybe this isn't making as much stuff as I thought it was. But for now, 1 slab of this stuff seems like it's probably useful. The thing is, though, I actually... I need... to bring in 2 items. Where is it? 2 items every 1 second, right? Which is like, that's 2 earth grippers of inputs. So I need this to be a bit further away. There we go. I misjudged where I was putting... Oh my god, my inventory is full. Who could have guessed? I mean, I'm not using this elemental life, I guess. I feel like keeping elemental whatever in your inventory is nice because there's a bunch of stuff you... That's the one thing you can't craft, and if you want something derived from it, you need to have it. But, by the way, it would be nice if, like Factorio, when you rotated something, it didn't make you pick up what was there before. Okay. Oh, this is powered. I didn't even... Yeah, of course. I forgot I had already done that. And for outputs, I also need 2 earth grippers, right? Each moving 1 item per second. We're making 4 items per second? Yeah. There you go. I mean, let's actually run this out for some distance just to test that this actually is a full... I guess this is not a fair test because the output buffer is already full. But it does prove that 4 grippers fills a full slab, which, I mean, that's easy math. But it's nice to have it confirmed, I guess. So this is my slab of slabs. This is what I have accomplished in the past 50 minutes. Is this minuscule amount of stuff, but it all had like thought behind it and stuff, and a plan. I don't feel too bad about that, but it does make one wonder if I will ever be allowed to leave this plane if I can't do this any faster. Okay, so I don't need to feed these directly into the research, right? I want to make streamways with them up here. Which I guess means something like this. And do I have streamweavers somewhere? I should have a couple, right? Nope. There's so many things. Oh my god, reef crafters. I don't think I'm capable of that. Of course, I threw away all my elemental water. Alright. Let's build a streamweaver. And to make a streamway costs very little time. And I don't need a large number of streamways. I just need enough to do science on, which one stream weaver is plenty for that. I'll need a large number of mana pools someday, but that needs other stuff. And I don't need it now. Oops, I hit F1. Who knows? Oh, okay. Looks like that doesn't do anything. It seemed like it was stuttering for a minute. So... run this up like here, I guess. I don't know. This is not disciplined, right? This is bad bus discipline. But I'm also trying not to be a disciplined bus soy boy or whatever. So I'll allow it. Just because it's kind of boring to do that, to have everything be the easiest bus in the world. That's a Streamweaver. We don't even have 3 elemental water per minute, so like per second. So yeah, I think honestly, a single reaching gripper here is more than I have. Well, this is exactly how much water I make. Is this much? I could work through a backlog by having multiple grippers, but I don't really need to. Actually, I need a better gripper just to keep up with the other one, don't I? Okay, one thing I didn't think about, where am I putting these once I've built them? They gotta get up here, but that's far away. I need output. Alright, well, as usual, solved by just throwing random shit until it works. There you go. Problem sort of solved. Do I have any more pedestals lying around? It looks like I do. Are you not? Why are you not? Oh, this is not. This tile is not part of the thing. Oh my god. There. There go my streamways. So am I doing streamway research now? Hey, you're empty. What happened here? What were you supposed to be? Sand? I've lost the ability to make sand. No, the sand is right there. This was ether, wasn't it? No. Salt prisms have gone dry. Funny. Okay, not sure when I did that. Okay, great. So we're doing streamway research once that gets processed back through. And let's also, do I have greenhouses anywhere? Yeah. So here, I need to build roots and then combine the roots with leaves to make mana leaves. And then the mana leaves I do want to do research on, although I also want to have 1 million of them to make stuff with. So... takes elemental earth, right? Or elemental life, yeah, plus slab. So that's right here. And let's assume we need a couple of these, I guess. actually, 2 elemental life per 2 seconds is only 1 per second. So just 1 would do. Or 2 normal grippers. And then for mana leaves, I need to combine this with roots. No, I'm making roots. I need to combine these leaves with roots. Let's actually make this be the one. Oops, that doesn't work. Oh, those aren't leaves. Those are life prisms. My leaves have stopped here, huh? Not the most beautiful layout, I guess. All right, I mean, embrace the spaghetti, right? That's how you have fun, I think. I read that somewhere. No, here, I guess. Oh, I didn't think you could load at that angle. Okay. So here come my leaves. You guys are gonna have to get out of the way. And I'm going to assume this is already making... No. It's receiving mana roots, which I'll build over here in a minute. So it needs leaves. And we'll just use 2 normal grippers, I guess. Oh, wait, what's the build time for mana leaves? Oh, they're not built here. They're built in an arboretum. Excuse me. I have one of those somewhere. Somewhere in these gigantic pockets. Whew, they are so big. Oh, yeah. 8 leaves per second. I mean, okay. I don't think I can satisfy that, but I'll try. Where's the Arboretum again? I wish I could just pick up a ghost of it, then delete it, then place it down. That's a wave, right? Put that down. Come on, Arboretum. This is it. Okay. Yeah, 8 per second, huh? Nope, that's the wrong place still. Further down. Like that. Because now I can build a handful of these guys as inputs. And I mean, there's no way I have enough production to actually satisfy this, but if I did, it would work. It would be nice. And it outputs 1 mana leaf per second, so just 1 Earth Ripper of output would be fine. Which A is going into a chest because I want a ton of this stuff. And then B needs to head over to research. What do I need? Mana leaves? They need life prisms and elemental life. That's down here, right? Yeah, these. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not really correct. What is this fresh hell? I don't need an Earth Gripper to extract this stuff. Just a normal gripper is fine. I want to fill the chest quickly so I can build lots of mana leaves. But for doing science, I just don't need very much. Like that should do. Let's figure out how the mana bloom's powering all this garbage. You look happy. And then, I mean... could just put another one next to it. I have to get the roots there, but that's fine. I mean, I guess all I'm really not powering is this. Sure, whatever, man. Yeah, I only have one gripper making... okay, I mean, this is stupid, but... okay, now... I need... split my elemental life so that I can bring some of it over here to combine with these slabs. In hello? I thought I built you. I guess I was out of reach. Okay. Okay. Now my greenhouse plan comes into effect. Oh, by the way, look at how this research is going. Yay! Working on title collectors and still downpour bastions, maybe. That looks good. So how fast can I make roots? 2 seconds, so it's 1 elemental life, so that's a single earth gripper, and 2 earth grippers worth of slabs. Sure. Funny. Can just do that, actually. I don't need, yeah, sure, that's... I don't know if OSHA would approve, but alright. And we're outputting like 2 per second. So that's, again... just a couple of these guys, right? 1 per second, 2 per second-ish. So if I just run roots... oh, I already have... yeah, right. This is powered, so this gets power. Oh, I still need to get power to this. Ta-da! Right? How are we doing? Are you making anything good? No, because I didn't route elemental life into this thing at all. I built this Streamway Delta, but then I forgot about it. And I need 2 per 2 second, which is 1 per 1 second, which is 1 gripper. 1 earth gripper, anyway. Okay, and we're actually making mana leaves. Oh, I'm so excited. It took me forever to get to, like, being able to automate solar power, but we're there. And as you can see, the buffer of leaves is about to run dry because we're not making nearly as much as we're taking. But I can't really fix that because the amount of elemental life that we're making is not really enough to ramp up production here by much. So that's just going to have to be how much I'm making. But it's fine, because that's more than enough to research, and I assume you don't need that, well, I guess it would be nice to make twice as much, wouldn't it? Because then I could research here as well. Am I making more or less than enough to power this research? I think less. So adding another research tape, yeah, this buffer is slowly dying out. It's not getting bigger. All right, I mean, this is kind of embarrassing, but I knew it would be when I built it. So it's gonna be a while. But notably, we're also automating mana roots, which I... Did I do that anywhere else? I don't think I did. I built them... Or, no, the mall has those, doesn't it? It must. Yes. That's how I was automating the mana blooms as well. Yeah, up here. I put a big old chest of them. Now, wait a minute. Why is it only showing these three? When clearly I'm doing something here. Right? Why isn't it showing mana? Okay, it is now. What? Oh, it only shows up at most 3 when you're not in the research screen, so that's make room for your hotbar? Okay, I guess I see. Yeah, and tidal collector to double moat yield for water, I'm sure is going to be lovely. But really what I want is just a bunch of mana leaves so I can get mana canopy. Yeah, we're actually not keeping up with research because I'm not making enough leaves. What's actually bottlenecking leaf production? Is it just grippers? It looks like it is at the moment. I mean... Maybe if I had more gripper... Oops. First of all, you're pointing the wrong way. Why can I not rotate this? There we go. Something was wrong there. Yeah, I guess just more grippers would speed up, because the amount of elemental life and ether that we have is reasonable. It's just that this takes 8 items per second to actually fully saturate a single greenhouse, right? Which would mean 8 earth grippers? That's insane? Okay, let's see. I can do a little better here. Whoops. Like that. Excuse me? Oh, F turned the thing around, but it also is the pick items up off the slab button. Yeah. It's just... Okay, that also does something. Oh no, this would, but it would be in the way of a gripper. Okay. Yeah, this is... I need better logistics for this, right? Like, well, not quite. I could do this. This whole thing was just for like some future plan that I didn't actually end up doing. How did I come to have so much salt in my possession? Presumably it was back when I was building the salt mine. And still, yeah, this is not saturated, right? Because I said I need 8, and I have 5. So... it's just a lot of stuff that you need, you know? Okay, I can do this, I guess. If I move the power a little bit. Let's make a lot of space. A bit messy, but it... Hello? Am I out of streamways? Where'd they all go? Huh. I don't remember throwing those away. I have a machine making them down here, but I guess they're all going into science. Head back up to the mall. I don't think I have a chest for streamways. I figured I wouldn't want that many of them. No, there it is. I was like, I remember picking stuff up from a Streamway chest earlier. It must exist. Okay, throw away leaves, prisms. Hey, tidal collector. So we can now build efficient water moat collectors. And we can learn Wave Dash someday, which I guess would be kind of cool. And we can see now that ether is becoming a bottleneck again. That I could expand. This area has plenty of... Oh no, this makes salt. I'm not sure where I would fit more ether in. It's kind of a mess. There. Now, finally, it's being revealed that ether is the actual bottleneck of this whole operation. But, in fairness, for a while, it was actually this greenhouse, because I was making enough ether. I could get more ether somewhere. Grind some of this stuff up. I guess I'm harvesting all of it. And some of it is being used for elemental life, and some is being used for ether, but I don't just like have spare of it lying around. I'd have to go harvest some somewhere. I was about to ask, how come I'm not researching life stuff? I am. I just have to look at it in this view. I already have leaves in the research area. Although they're not sharing the same altar as... I was just noticing that once I get to once I've got this done, to do this I would need all the stuff I have and also leaves. I have leaves here, but they're not in the same altar as the one that's researching mana leaves. So I guess we could continue to make undisciplined choices. In this way. I threw away all of my damn salt. Where are my logistic robots to come fuel me up, you know? Where is the salt main line here? This? You can't pick up just one side of a belt like you can in Factorio, it looks like. Okay, make a handful of pedestals again. Okay, and now when the time comes, I can do leaf-based research as well. Although I want to prioritize Mana Canopy over Daycaller. Yeah, so maybe I'll just leave this undone for now. God, this is going to take hours. I'm making so few mana leaves. Because I'm making so few leaves, because I'm making so little ether. Okay. I mean, it's been like almost an hour and a half. I should probably go. I wish I could like hit M to look on my map and see where's the nearest this. I'm looking for this. So I should set up another mining outpost here. I guess. That adds to this. And this should probably become a streamway. Because I'm already making half a slab. I'd probably like more than a full slab, honestly. We can do that tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.